Hello friends, today's video we're going to explore the old historic town of Abingdon, Virginia, where we'll be looking at old Civil War sites, a tavern, a hidden cave under a house, finding haunted places, and more. Let's explore. Here we approach a place called the Tavern. Built in 1779, it served as a stagecoach stop for westward bound travelers to the Blue Ridge. Fast forward to the next few centuries, it survived the Civil War and saw visitors such as Andrew Jackson, Louis Philippe, and several other notable figures in history. There are also visitors of the supernatural kind that reside inside the tavern. An 18th century woman that has been nicknamed the Tavern Tart causes quite a stir with guests that come to eat at the tavern. Reports have gone that they've been pinched on the bone by the flirtatious spirit, as well as some males have reported seeing her staring at them from the window, looking in from the outside. There is the story of a poker game gone bad. The ghosts of the disgruntled players forever haunt the tavern. It's also supposedly haunted by departed Civil War soldiers and their nurses who cared for their wounds, as it also served as a field hospital during the Civil War, as well as was once a post office. You can still see the original mail slot today. Moving along to the cave house. As the story goes, Daniel Boone, the well-known American pioneer figure, was camped out near a little creek. As he set out to explore his surroundings, he found himself at a cave where he and his dogs would be ambushed by a pack of wolves who were using the cave as their den. He fought them off himself and his dogs. He would then go on to later originally name the town Wolf Hills, and it would then later in time be renamed to Abingdon. The cave is behind this house. Imagine having a house, but underneath it is a cave. Cool, huh? looks like it's smiling. I call it the Smiley Train. Yeah, it is. Here we approach a statue right across from the Barter Theater, inspired by the theatrical play A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's whimsical, enchanting, magical, and dreamy, and sets the right vibe for the unique aesthetic of the town. Moving along to the Martha Washington Inn, my personal favorite. The Martha was originally built as a personal residence for General Francis Preston, his wife, Sarah Buchanan Preston, and their 9 children. It served as a field hospital as well during the Civil War, and is a place to many ghost stories and sightings such as apparitions floating around the stairwells and halls, a phantom horse buggy outside awaiting to trot off with its ghostly passenger, the story of Beth, who lovingly serenaded the violin for her Union soldier beau. 2 stories to that go. He told her he felt as though he was passing away in that moment. To play him a tune once more. She did as he asked, and shortly after, he passed away. A few days later, she too passed away, but of typhoid fever. And the other story goes, as she was playing her violin down the grand stairway, as she did each morning, a soldier from the Confederacy, who was hiding behind the statue of President George Washington, ambushed her from behind, pushing the heavy statue over top of her, crushing and killing her instantly. Folklore goes, you can still see the phantom bloodstain appearing through the carpeting as a ghostly reminder of that frightful day. But whatever story you choose to believe, the stories and folklore that go with the town of Abingdon is what keeps the town lively and is enjoyed by everyone here. Last we explored a 200-year-old cemetery called Sinking Spring Cemetery. It lays to rest individuals of the early Presbyterian Church and soldiers from the Civil War. One of those people was a man named Confederate General John Hunt Morgan, also known as the Thunderbolt of the Confederacy, who died in Greenville, Tennessee, September 4th, 1864. His funeral was the largest the town of Abingdon had ever seen. The procession was 3 miles long from Akron. He was temporarily placed in this mound tomb, and a few days later brought to Richmond, Virginia, laying in state at the state capitol in a vault in Hollywood Cemetery after a military funeral. In 1868, his remains were buried in the family plot in Lexington Cemetery in his hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. As we move along the cemetery, we come to a cabin, which was the Presbyterian church built by Reverend Charles Cummings, as well as the 11-acre cemetery he laid out. That is all for this video, friends. I hope you enjoyed taking a walk with me back through time, 200 years ago. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.